Yo, what is up, my little tubers? We're back for some more drafting here on Arena. We got some regular all-will-be-one draft this time, as I try to approach 100 drafts of this format. We all know how it went at the beginning. It's been better. We're closer to like a 61% overall win rate now overall, so means we have done much better recently. Anyways, hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for tuning in. We have opened a Blade of Shared Souls. This is like my number 2 most drafted rare in the format, my number 1 being the White Sun's Twilight. Kind of nice, but yeah, open Blade of Shared Souls. I like this card a lot. I know a lot of people don't like this card, but I think this card is actually pretty solid. The abilities is nice. I mean, it's a 3-mana 2/2 if you want to just play it on turn 3, but otherwise it has some good utility. And yeah, I like taking it here. Jawbone Duelist would be my second choice, and then from there, kind of drops off pretty hard. So let's take the pick 1, pack 1, Blade of Shared Souls, see if we can do something nice and fun with that. A lot of black cards here in this pick number 2. All of them good. Anoint and Glare, the best among them. But Edict, Headcleaver, and Bearer are all super playable. We're probably supposed to just take the Skitterfang here to stay open, and still a very, very good card on its own. Crazy how at like the beginning of the format I would just slam the Anoint with Affliction, but I do like taking a good Skitterfang. Now, the Blade of Shared Souls, when you copy a creature, it won't get, the creature that is turning into something else won't get the oil counters, but you can still do some good stuff with it. Like if you have a Glistener Seer that's equipped with the Blade, and then you turn it into something that wants oil counters, that works, but nice. We're getting a third pick, Evolving Adaptive. We just passed another Incubation Sac. Ooh, and actually there's a Contagious Vorak here as well. So we're going to be sending a really weird signal if we take the Adaptive here. But, I mean, it's more important that you read the signals than care about what you're passing necessarily, because if we get past some more good green, then taking the Adaptive is going to be well worth it. Evangelist is great, Sac's good, Vorak's good, Glider. I think this is the best pick here. Awkward, another Evangelist. Taking a black-white card is pretty strange now. I mean, we have a bunch of good white cards here as well. Actually, just a ton of playables in this pack, period. Like, the worst card in this pack, I think, is the counter. Everything else is playable to some degree, even the land, right? Gosh, am I just taking the Evangelist now? We're just passing so many good white and black cards for that strategy, and we already passed Anoint. But like I said, it's more important to read the signals. So we'll take the Evangelist. It's going to look strange, but if it pays off, it's going to pay off hard. And then there's this pack, which is an extremely big drop-off in power level compared to the previous. I mean, I could take Charforger now? We might as well. We have black, white, blue, green. Take a red card, just stay very open. Okay. And now Serum Core Chimera. Annihilating Glare. Annihilating Glare has some good overlap, but Serum Core Chimera with the Blade of Shared Souls is really freaking good. This looks weird. I have no doubt about that. But I think this is the route that we want to go if you want to stay open. Let's just take Dune Mover here. The 2-drop I'll play in any deck. And depending on how many colors we end up playing, you know, this might be really, really good for a 2-drop. It's a late Attendant. There's also a Transplant Theorist here. So the Attendant would have overlap with like the black-white deck and also like a blue-white deck perhaps. Whereas the Theorist is probably just going to go in like a blue-white deck. I mean, maybe the blue-red deck or something too. I think the Indoctrination Attendant, though, is so good. I think this is one of the better white commons now. I don't mind staying open like this. It looks weird, sure, but we're going to end up with enough playables anyways. We always say this, but this format has plenty of playables. Glistener Seer, Overhead Cleaver. Looks fine. I mean, Glister Seer is just not a bad card. It blocks early crap, right? And it's good with Blade of Shared Souls. Some okay black stuff here. Darkslick Shores we could actually take. Though I wouldn't plan on playing blue-black with this current list, and I guess we wouldn't be planning on splashing black. But do I need a second Seer? Probably not. Funky start. I'm sure I'll find a lane eventually. Okay, some blue cards here. Insight and Skull Bomb. What's better? Maybe take the first Skull Bomb over the first Insight. Second Dune Mover over first Chrome Prowler, I think makes sense. Again, stay in the colorless. And then some last few pick up whatevers. I don't think we're really leaning one way or another right now. I mean, clearly we only have one green card, so I guess maybe green is the least likely to be played, but if we just open like a random Thrun, you know, I would take it. What other cards would I play? Let's find out. Pack 2. Blue Sun's Twilight. Okay, that is a good place to be. We have a handful of blue cards already. Not as good as the white Twilight by any stretch, but it is very good. And if you can cast this for 7, it's often going to win the game. Losing out on another Skitterfang and then a bunch of more fillery cards. I guess maybe Volt Charge would be another good choice. Twilight it is. Dragonwing Glider now, wow. Another adaptive, a Sentry, an Against All Odds, a Volt Charge, a Watcher. This pack is nuts. Engraver, Mantis. I mean, I guess that Evangelist is probably out. So is the Charforger. This is a tough pick. We haven't seen much red in pack 1, but now pack 2. I passed a Volt Charge. I might pass another one if I take Glider. Like, it almost feels like Adaptive or Sentry are safer. This is still a really good artifact start, too, if we wanted to take Sentry. But I suppose the Glider is bomby enough that we're supposed to take it instead. Batterfist now here over Raptor, perhaps. Yeah, maybe we can lock ourselves into blue-red. There goes a Canker Bloom if I had taken the adaptive previous pick. Although this is more like a blue-red artifact deck almost. Mesmerizing Dossier isn't bad as we pass along a Venser. Venser really needs a lot of ways to proliferate, so it's not really a splash-worthy card. Although we could splash something with double Dune Mover, but right now I don't think we have any reason to do that. Hey, this looks good. Jeez, a Scrap Gorger now too. So, I mean, again, we didn't see much green pack 1. This is not surprising. We're seeing a lot of good green here in pack 2. I wonder if I'm supposed to take the Scrap Gorger. It's just so much better than any of the other cards in the pack. I think I'm probably supposed to. Okay. Is what it is. Got rewarded a little bit by getting another Scrap Gorger now. Now our green all of a sudden looks insane. 2 Scrap Gorgers and an adaptive. The issue with doing this is that I expect to see no good green again in pack 3 because of the way the directions go, right? Or the signals go. I will say we have very good splash potential, given we have 2 Scrap Gorgers and the 2 Dune Movers. Oil Gorger Troll, that doesn't look bad. Hazardous Blast doesn't necessarily look bad. The troll with the 2 gorgers is kind of nice. I guess we'll just take that. Well, there's a blast now. I mean, would it be weird to all of a sudden pivot into red-green? God, the augury here is really nice as well. Maybe I am blue-green. Blue-green, maybe splashing Serum Core Chimera could be a thing. Yeah. I mean, a lot of decent wheels here. We'll take a good 2-drop again. The Synthesizer. I have not found the Blister Zoa to be any good. I mean, it's fine. I guess with all this mana production, maybe I should still take it, but I feel like the Synthesizer might be a little bit better still. Watcher came back. So did Engraver. Okay, we'll take the Engraver. Experiment's great. Or not Experiment, sorry. Raptor's great. I think this is one of the best blue commons, so I'm okay with that. And last few pickups don't look like they're going to matter too much. We might run the Seer. Ah! Then we open a Myglaws in pack 3, huh? Yeah, another card worthwhile. I'm just trying to figure out what colors we are. Because now it looks like the blue and the red are actually pretty close in power level, especially with this Myglaws pickup. My blue has some early game, but it's all weak except for, say, a couple of these 3-drops, like all these 1 and 2 drops or whatever. Another Scrap Gorger, another Anointer since we just passed one, a Twilight. Jeez Louise. God, the Anointer actually looks really good in our deck. I don't normally like this card, but we so have so many cheap... Like, look at all of this oil we have. All of these cards have so much oil. But 3 Scrap Gorgers is so spicy. And it allows for such 6 splashing that I'm going to take 3. Cultivator, Predation, a couple card draw effects. You know, the, whoops. The Seed Core is actually not that bad here because this is a multicolor land with all the Phyrexian creatures. Like, yeah, we have 16 Phyrexian creatures. That's good fixing. The majority of creatures in this format are Phyrexian, you know. Oh, yeah, they are. All 16 creatures we have are Phyrexian, so this is just like a multicolor land for creatures. I think I still kind of like taking Predation more, or maybe the Troll. Since I don't have that much removal. Another Dose, I think the blue is actually just the weakest now. Like, I could splash some blue. I might even try splashing this Twilight, even though it's double blue, just because it's so powerful and we have such good fixing. Cackler doesn't actually look bad here. I'm not going to take Terramorphic. I think I need to take some actual playable cards, right? That is an extremely late Annex Sentry. Holy crap. 5th pick? Sheesh. I mean, maybe I can play one of these Paladins. 7 mana is a lot, but we have so much mana production. Instead of just taking a 4/4 haste. Another pretty late good card, Anoint 6 pick. We have a nice Chimney Rabble here, though. I think this Furnace Skull Bomb would be pretty good in our deck as well, actually. Yeah, the Monumental Facade's not bad here. But we just have a nice 3/3 for 3. Holy moly. I mean, I want the Mantis, but we're taking Ravager. Jeez, this deck came together. This deck came together really nicely. God, so many Cultivators, but I think the Strider's right. We might even wheel one of the other Cultivators, right? I think there was another one that can come around. I'm going to play the Engulfer now over the Paladin. Oh, got the Seed Core. We're going to play that. For sure. Steward is a maybe. I guess over Scamp makes sense. Our deck is just mono creatures. Okay. I kind of dig this. I guess the Serum Core Chimera is probably not worth splashing since we don't actually have that many non-creature spells. Let's see, any of these other blue cards worth splashing for? Maybe Skull Bomb's okay. Weird draft. I mean, our removal is going to be the biggest issue. Or that, rather, the lack of it. We have Predation for removal. We have Twilight and kind of like a Ravager, so... that's going to be our biggest concern. The lack of removal. Wait, is this even worth it in our deck if we're not running blue creatures? I mean, I guess all of our creatures are Phyrexian. Yeah, that doesn't hurt too much. Thing is, how many 1/1s do I have in this deck, and how many ways do I have to poison? So, slightly awkward land, but I guess it's good enough. Splashing a double blue card is awkward. I wholeheartedly agree. But with our triple Scrap Gorger, double Dune Mover, it's probably fine. Probably. Almost wondering if I should go 6 mountains, 8 forests here. But this is probably alright. Yeah, this is a weird one. Weird, weird, weird. I don't know how to feel about it. We have some good creature curves and some good creatures, but... it's a little bit all over the place. We'll find out. Round 1, we fight. Yeah, this hand's great. Looks like we're probably going to lead off with the turn 2 Scrap Gorger. But the only card we can't cast off of Seed Core is the Batterfist, so... it's crazy, all of the creatures. Phyrexian, Phyrexian, Phyrexian. Mirror match. OP has the turn 2 Engraver. Nice of them to put a land in the graveyard for my Scrap Gorger to eat. Multiple lands for the Scrap Gorger to eat now. Delicious. Untapped land here would be pretty hot. Oof, because now we get to go... that's a turn 3 Myglaws into a turn 4 Furnace Strider. And this is a big attack. And with the Skitterfang in our hand, we can start giving flying to keep the beats going, even if they do have a bigger creature. Yeah. X-Gold Slash, really, really awkward here. Urabrask is good, but a 4/4 is not what you need. Wow, they're even attacking. That is extremely aggressive. Holy crap. Can I kill them this turn? I'm very close, it feels like. I guess we'll go ahead and play out the other Scrap Gorger. So they have no good blocks, they just have to do some chumping. And given the fact I'm still at 16, I'm not sure what they could draw to get out of this. Albert ain't gonna cut it. So remember, all the original Predators are available in All Will Be One as mythics, and they're like a specialty include, so this is not a bug or something. Some people still surprised when their opponents have it, or they open it in packs themselves. Alright, looks like we get Skitterfang lethal. Just give flying to one of our big creatures. Furnace Strider or Kuldotha Cackler or whatever it's called works. Not bad, not bad. Who needs removal when you can just curve out with fat creatures? Seems to get the job done sometimes. G2. Yeah, this is a keeper. We're on the play with a turn 2 Scrap Gorger, so there aren't too many ways to get rid of this on turn 2. There are a few, of course, but I think it's worth the risk. We did find the red source anyways. Alright, no more mountains or forests, please. Oh, we even got a Furnace Punisher trigger because our opponent played a tap land turn 1. And we're on the play. That's funny. Ay, ay, ay. Whirlwhip is so crazy strong. That's a decent draw for sure. Now, I'm not going to be able to draw a card immediately because there's nothing in the graveyard to eat yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to Punisher down their 2/2. Attack for 4, Menace. And then we can eat our own Predation to get an oil counter on our Scrap Gorger. That's a bad sign. Auto Tapper leaving them with white. They could very easily have a White Sun's Twilight in their deck. In their hand, rather. Small tells, but I do think that is possibly what they have in their hands. Ah, gosh. Oh. Did I take Hazardous Blast? Oh my gosh. Island next turn, and it would be very hard to lose. Island off the top to steal their Strider and get a second. Come on. Gross. Well, there's 6 mana. I've got a feeling I'm gonna be in for a world of hurt here next turn. Potentially. I mean, they might not even fire it off. If they attack here, I'm okay to take 8. We'll still be at a healthy 15. Okay, yeah, maybe they don't have... Oh, come on. Enough of these forests and mountains. That does give us double blue, okay. So I guess I probably should chump the Strider this turn with... I mean, I don't know. They could still very easily have Twilight in hand. I guess I'd rather keep the Menace creature. I mean, this is the play, but... Won't be much I can do about them having a Twilight. I do think we want to give the token haste and attack for 4. Alright, chumping with the chorus is good for us if they do indeed have Twilight in hand. If they're sacking the land, maybe they don't have it. Okay, phew. It could have been on that one turn that it held up double white because they had the Sinew Dancer and the chorus in hand. Alright, saved. They do get to bounce their War Whip here, though. That's good value. This is still a close game. Need to find, like, our Ravager. Would be pretty clutch. You're a little late to the party. Adaptive. Skull Bomb's actually not bad here. Bounce the token. Yeah, I think we're gonna go like this and put the pressure on. They only get to make one really good block with the attendant, but otherwise... Oh, they're just taking it? Uh-oh. That's not good. That's very concerning. Maybe they have like a plated onslaught or whatever in their hand, the +2/+1 affinity for artifact card. Because they can't kill me here with a hazardous blast. Sure. Huh. Okay, no blocks there was crazy last turn. And then we... Oh, they're just giving up. Okay. I take 1, 2, 3, 4 poison and 8 damage, I guess. Sure. We'll take it. Oof, weird game. Slightly scary game. Weird game. And 2-0. On to game 3. I will keep this hand however sus it is. It's got all of our colors. It just needs stuff to do between turns 3 and 5, I guess. We are not gonna choose to put another island or forest on top here. Wow, our opponent must have kept a really, really strong hand. When your opponent doesn't do anything on the first 3 turns in this format, especially on the play, they have to have bombs. Fine. We have a good curve out here now for ourselves, though. Here comes their Furnace Striders, right? Just Molten Rebuke? Okay, that's fine. To go green. Eat their Rebuke. Ravager, kill their 1/1. And Spell Bomb, attack for 2. Yeah, you just can't keep a hand that's that slow in this format. I ain't gonna cut it. I'm okay to just bounce this thing, since they don't draw a card, and that eats up their whole turn. Okay. Like if they just decide to play it again, I think that's fine for us. That's fine too. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and offer the trade here, 5/5 for 5/5, because with my Glaws we want to get creatures off the board. should have done that before attacking. I'm going to play the land even though we have the Engraver so that we can give my Gloss +2/+2 if they try to burn it out. And this is just easy pressure. Remove an oil counter. Let's give it Menace and Vig. Okay. So my Gloss is lethal by itself next turn, and we can give it Menace first. Dude, triple Scrap Gorger is so good. Like, are they just gonna need to play out the troll, I guess? Yeah. If I attack with these three, they have to block my Gloss. Oh, that doesn't work. Alright, that'll work. That will work for us. That is a hell of a card. Pretty good limited bomb, I'd say. 3-1, or 3-0 rather, and the beats continue. On to game 4. Can't really complain about that opening hand. Turn 2 Engraver, turn 3 My Gloss, turn 4 Ravager if we want to. Sheesh. Now imagine this hand being on the play. Versus the turn 1 Crawling Chorus. Okay, poison has been put online. Raptor time. Oh, okay. That's fine. And the reason that's fine is because it still has the oil counter, sits on the battlefield, and My Gloss can take care of those unless they have another planner. That's funny. Turn 4, 5/5 Vigilance, by the way. We can just Spellbomb back our My Gloss too. Although I think it's better to Batter Fist this turn instead as a blocker. It's possible I should have actually moved the Batter Fist over to one of these other creatures, so if they deal with Ravager, the 2/2 could block the 1/1. That's pretty good. I'm gonna make a new game plan. I'm gonna keep racing. Because now, if they want to double block, they lose both their Plague Nursed and their Duelist. gonna move this over to the engraver. 5/5 is a better blocker versus the 2/2 if they have like +2/+2. Ooh, Infectious Bite with Death Touch, very good. If I take this, I go up to... Yikes. We go up to 7 poison. I guess I'm gonna chump the Plague Nurse here and just go to 5 instead. So Myglaws. Punch. Pass. Man, they keep ripping pretty hot. Oh, they didn't attack with their Basilisk. That's very weird. I guess they don't... Oh, they want me to not be able to block with it? Or they want to be able to block with their creature? Sure. I mean, I can make them lose 2 of these creatures if they want to block the Myglaws. But I think we're supposed to sit back. At least for a turn or two. So I think I want to kill the disruption on my engraver so that I can start rummaging and get extra value. What? Maybe I don't even bother blocking that. Okay, well, let's see what they have. They have Plated Onslaught, sure. It's gonna be a pretty clean board. Yeah, that was a pretty good draw for them. Let's go Skitterfang. Vigilance. Attack. And we move the equipment over to the Skitter. A 1/3 is a really good blocker versus the Duelist. The 3/1 can trade with the Basilisk. They are due for a land. My god. Crazy draws from the opponent. They drew another spell too. Jesus. That's pretty good. Okay. What'd you draw? Viral spawning. They drew 2 3/3s? Guess I just gotta pass here and hope they don't rip something. Thank God. Okay, we have a chance. This is gonna look so strange, but I'm topping an island here. They have to be like, what the hell's going on? That doesn't kill me, that puts me to 8. And they, attacking with all doesn't get the job done, and they can't risk it, otherwise the Strider kills them. Woo! Crazy game, crazy game. We just needed them to brick a couple times, and that was finally what happened. Man, that Blue Sun's Twilight was kind of good there. Sheesh. That was very scary. What are we now? 4-0? 5-0? 3-0? I don't even know. Who knows? Now there's another fantastic looking hand, my god. Yeah, I mean, our creature curve in this deck is absurd. We just... You know? I don't know where I'm going with that. Our creature quality is insane. Our spell quality is maybe a little bit lower. Non-creature spell quality, that is. Hey! Wait, I forgot I had this card in my deck, too. Mirror match. Well, let's go with the Scrap Gorger turn 2 instead of the Batter Fist then. Especially since we're not on the play to try to hit them a couple times with it. Oh, it looks like they're going to play a Mantis. Yep, you can always tell. What's 4 mana in red-green that somebody's going to do? Yeah, that's Mantis. We're going to race, though. Rabble attack for 3. Next turn we get to Glider attack for 4. We can chump 1 or 2 turns. We have a 1/1 token that blocks really nicely. I think it's absolutely correct to chump here, as weird as it is. Just because red-green has so many ways themselves to deal 1 damage to everything. So I might as well get the free block. They should have put a counter on their Cultivator first in case they missed a land. I expect a trade here with Vorak. Good. Alright, this is just gonna be race, race, race. Oh, they have a Predation? Nope, not Predation, otherwise they would have done it pre-combat. Okay, so they did miss 1 damage there. That's gonna be pretty good. I mean, it's a little bit awkward when I grabbed the second island here, but I think it makes sense in case they decide to kill the Scrap Gorger this turn. I'm gonna steal their Troll. Their Mantis doesn't have any more counters on it, and this not only gives me 6 life, but also 2 cards, so really insane. 2 3/4s, 6 life, and 2 cards. I think that's a pretty good deal, huh? 5-0 now, jeez. We are rolling. Let's go to game 6. That is a lovely freaking hand on the play. Yeah, again, our creature curve is nuts. Creature quality, I should say, is nuts. Turn 1 adaptive, turn 2 Gorger, turn 3 one of our 3/3s. Like, that's already going to make the adaptive a 3/3. Who needs non-creature spells? Not me. When the creature quality is so high these days, you know? Come on, play a tap land. Play a tap land so that I may punish you. Hello? It's turn 1. Oh no. If I get an opponent that disconnects when I have this opening hand, that's going to be really sad. Oh, there they go. Okay. You got me. Some people would call me impatient for using your go. Some would just say emotes exist for a reason. See, this is another perfect opportunity for the your go. Nothing? That was your first mistake. Not curving out like I am. Turn 3, attack you for 6. What's our best draw next turn? Like Oil Gorger Troll or something? It would level up the adaptive, draw us another card. Or maybe Surgical Spell Bomb would be great. The funny thing is, like, as soon as they get to turn 4 and play, like, a Indoctrination Attendant, I can't really attack. Jeez, sort of pro my deck. But that's way too slow here. Like, I don't know if they can realistically afford to just equip next turn. They have to play out some creatures, and even if they do, we're just attacking with everything. Yeah, that ain't good enough. They're exactly dead if they just play out their 3/3 here. They're gonna need 2 creatures or a creature plus removal, and that ain't it, so good game. I didn't need that, they were already dead, but we gotta cast our blade at least once, since that's our first time. And that is a quick 6-0. More than anything, this shows how important it is to just have a good curve. Right? Because our deck is just mono creatures in essence. Yeah, like we have Skull Bomb, Predation, and Twilight, but otherwise everything else in our deck is just a creature, but they're just such good quality creatures that it's working out, so. Okay, 6-0. I wouldn't mind getting another 7-0. That would feel pretty nice. Into what is hopefully our final boss here, Game 7. We are on the draw, but the hand is good enough to keep. A couple of Scrap Gorgers is very nice. Ooh, our opponent, though. Our opponent with the turn 1 adaptive, turn 2 engraver, so... will we get the reverse curve out? Because our deck doesn't have a great way to come back from behind, you know? Since we don't have much removal. Like if they just play a Vorak here and attack for 3 or something. Volt Charge, Proliferate, attack for 3, or maybe even 4, and don't Rummage. Yeah, I would say this is very bad. I would also say it's probably deserved. We're also on 3 lands drawn in a row. But given my draws in the first 6 games, I don't think I have the right to complain. I'm at 12. I don't think we want to copy. A 2/2's better to block the Skitterfang. So maybe they give like the Skitterfang flying and then hit me for 5 or something. Oh, they still didn't use it. Okay. Yeah, that's bad. We missed a damage there. That's good. Oh, I can't actually equip the blade to a creature and have an untapped version. I mean, we're just dead in 2 turns in the air to the Skitter. I'm gonna need to draw my, jeez Louise, I'm gonna need to draw my, Twilight. If I draw Blue Sun's Twilight next turn, we have a small chance. Oh, did they seriously draw Ruthless Predation? Oh, okay, I lied. We don't have a chance. We just got reversed. This feels like the opposite of all of our other games. Our opponent reverse Uno card us and has had the nuttiest draw. I can still survive if I draw exactly, I think, the not Predation, the Twilight next turn, but we're still in a really bad spot. Does that save me? I guess that technically saves us. I'm not dead on board anyways. Now we're dead on board. We go block, 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 take 3 exactly. Yeah. Kind of a nutty draw they had there. Alright, you got me. Again, I probably deserve that. Given that's exactly how our games have gone besides that one. Okay, 6-1 now. That's fine. One slight hiccup. Our opponent had the nut draw. We will simply just do it again ourselves. Did not win the die roll, but our hand is still good. Turn 2 Gorger, turn 3 Rabble or whatever. Or we could go double 2-drop on turn 3. They have a Dune Mover on turn 2, sure. They did put a Swamp on top, alright. That is unfortunate. We are now at 2 poison versus black-white. That's really, really bad. Nothing I can do about that, though. Given they were on the play, that was always going to be the case. Are they thinking about using Annihilating Glare here to push in 3? They totally are. Oh. Okay, I am fine with that. I thought they were going to sack their duelist to get me to 3 poison, but... Huh. Now they just pass? Okay, well, let's turn on our attacks. Need to play out our Scrap Gorger so we can cast Predation. That is an Archfiend of the Dross. Right. So I'm gonna lose 2, we trade. Well, that is not great for us. The nice thing is, if I move the Batterfist to the adaptive, now anytime I play a 2 toughness creature or whatever, it will trigger our adaptive. Oh, should I have played Dune Mover instead of Predation Steward for that fact? Oh god, they gave it Toxic. Wait, does that even matter? I guess they have Corrupt on me now. Jeez, I gave them the Whisper of the Dross target too. Hey, that's not a bad racing draw. I mean, if they can kill a creature, I lose. But I'm gonna go for lethal next turn. Because if they could kill a creature, they would just kill my 4/4 blocker if I left it back anyways, you know? Well, I haven't died, so I'm assuming they don't have the lethal. God, just play like a 4/4 here. Close enough. We go for it, right? We 100% go for it. Now we want to fight. Well, in case they have another Whispers, this is right. Yeah, baby. Woo! Scary. Scary, 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 but we pulled it off. All right. Again, who needs removal when you can just draft a sick, nasty curve with 3 Scrap Gorgers? I'm glad I moved into green when I did. Like, I didn't move until a little bit later. We took a lot of blue cards. That ended up being a pretty sweet red-green deck. And we even got to cast the Twilight multiple times, winning because of it multiple times, right? So, good stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed. As always, hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you back tomorrow for some more. Bye-bye.